She had become the only person the Mexican cartel boss trusted, but FBI Academy instructors had rejected her as unsuitable for undercover work. Now, El Lobo sat across from her, loaded gun in hand, and a single suspicion could destroy Jennifer's 6 months of perfect cover. The FBI Academy at Quantico, Virginia, was the intellectual center of American law enforcement. In the Behavioral Analysis Unit's classroom, Supervisory Special Agent Robert Hawk Martinez was conducting an undercover psychology course. An 18-year veteran, he was the FBI's leading expert on organized crime. Beside him sat senior instructor Linda Viper Chen, a woman with a legendary reputation in undercover operations. At 42, she had 15 years of deep cover experience. In the back corner, Special Agent Jennifer Walsh was quietly taking notes. 27 years old, a Kansas University graduate, but she struggled with practical undercover training. SSA Martinez announced the assignment. Infiltrate drug trafficking organization. Establish trust. Gather intelligence. Jennifer was paired with Agent Kevin Torres for role-playing. When the exercise began, Jennifer nervously approached. "Hey, I heard you might have something for me." "Cut," Martinez interrupted. "Walsh, everything about your approach screamed law enforcement. Posture, vocabulary, eye contact, textbook agent behavior." The class snickered. This criticism continued for months. Written evaluations were brutal. Agent Walsh lacks essential deception skills, not recommended for deep cover assignments. In the following weeks, Jennifer's undercover evaluations were consistently poor. Senior instructor Chen arranged a private meeting. "Jennifer, undercover operations are clearly not your strength." Jennifer was defensive. "Ma'am, I can improve. More practice, different techniques." "It's not technique," Chen interrupted. "It's personality. You're a fundamentally honest person. That's admirable for most FBI work, but a death sentence for undercover operations." "Ma'am, organized crime investigation is my passion. I want to make a difference against cartels." Chen sighed. "Consider redirecting your focus to financial crimes, cyber investigation, intelligence analysis." But Jennifer was persistent. Extra training hours, studying criminal psychology, observing undercover footage. She did everything possible to improve her skills. SSA Martinez noticed her dedication. In a private conversation, "Walsh, why is undercover work so important to you?" Jennifer's response was emotional. "Sir, my younger brother died from a fentanyl overdose, cartel drugs. I want to destroy the organizations that profit from destroying families." Martinez understood the motivation, but the skills concern remained. "Jennifer, wanting to fight cartels is admirable, but undercover work requires a specific psychological profile." 3 months later, a major crisis emerged at the FBI San Antonio field office. Operation Serpiente, a 2-year cartel investigation, was on the verge of collapse. Special Agent in charge, David Rodriguez, briefed, "Our undercover asset has been compromised. The agent's cover was blown. El Lobo is suspicious. Security increased." Eduardo El Lobo Ramirez was in the top 5 of the most wanted list. He controlled drug trafficking along the Mexican-American border. Annual revenue, $500 million. An emergency solution was needed. Available undercover agents were already assigned elsewhere. SSA Martinez suggested a fresh face, completely unknown to the cartel, Agent Walsh from the Academy. SAC Rodriguez was skeptical. An Academy trainee against El Lobo? He's killed experienced agents. That's exactly why it might work. She doesn't fit the typical agent profile. The cartel won't suspect. The decision was controversial, but desperation forced agreement. Jennifer Walsh, despite her academy failures, was assigned to Operation Serpiente. FBI's Identity Creation Unit worked intensively to develop Jennifer's cover identity. Deep background was necessary for long-term infiltration. Cover identity: Maria Elena Santos, 26 years old, Mexican-American from El Paso. Recently divorced, financial struggles, attracted to quick money opportunities. Perfect target for cartel recruitment. Jennifer spent weeks studying Maria's fabricated life. Childhood memories, family relationships, personal preferences, speech patterns, every detail memorized. Physical transformation included hair color change, wardrobe adjustment, subtle makeup techniques. Jennifer Walsh disappeared, Maria Santos emerged. Remember, SSA Martinez coached, Maria's not inherently evil, just desperate. Economic pressure, family obligations, limited options. That's believable motivation. El Paso, Texas-Mexico border. Maria Santos rented a cheap apartment downtown, established a routine consistent with her cover story. Unemployed, recently divorced, looking for income opportunities. First contact came through Luis Herrera, a low-level cartel recruiter. At a local bar, Maria appeared to be the perfect target. "You looking for work?" Luis approached. "I know people who pay well for reliable workers." Jennifer, as Maria, responded with authentic nervousness. "What kind of work?" "Transportation, moving packages, simple job, good money." Maria's hesitant interest perfectly portrayed a desperate individual weighing risk versus financial necessity. Jennifer's academy instructors thought she couldn't lie convincingly, but desperation was an authentic emotion she understood. First assignment: drive a package from El Paso to San Antonio. $1,000 payment. Maria's financial desperation made acceptance logical. During the following months, Maria Santos proved to be a reliable courier. Never questioned package contents, never late for deliveries, never caused problems. Exactly what the cartel valued in low-level operatives. Luis Herrera became her primary contact. "Maria, you're different from usual workers. More responsible, more trustworthy." Jennifer's failure at academy undercover training was actually an advantage in the real operation. Her genuine nervousness read as appropriate caution. Her honest facial expressions were interpreted as trustworthiness rather than deception indicators. Gradual progression through the cartel hierarchy. Maria's responsibilities expanded: money counting, message delivery, surveillance detection. Each task completed perfectly. Rosa Gutierrez, the cartel accountant, became Maria's closest friend. "Mija, you're like family now. Eduardo notices reliable workers." "Boss wants to meet you," Luis informed. "Personal meeting, very important." This was the opportunity the FBI had waited for: direct access to El Lobo. El Lobo's compound, heavy security, armed guards. Maria Santos attended the meeting that could expose or elevate her position. Eduardo Ramirez, 45, commanded respect through intelligence and brutality. The FBI's investigation aimed at building an ironclad case against him. Maria Santos, El Lobo's voice, carried authority. "I hear good things." "Thank you, sir. I just do what's asked." Loyalty is impressive. Trust is a rare commodity in this business. Jennifer maintained perfect balance. Grateful, respectful, not overly eager. "I have a special assignment. Financial records management. Rosa recommends you. Interested?" This was the jackpot: direct access to the cartel's financial operations. "Yes, sir, I won't disappoint." El Lobo studied her carefully. Silence stretched uncomfortably. Jennifer's heart pounded, but Maria's expression remained hopeful. Good. One rule. Absolute discretion. Betrayal means death. The meeting concluded successfully. Maria Santos now had access to the cartel's nerve center. In the following weeks, Maria worked closely with Rosa Gutierrez, managing cartel finances, money laundering operations, drug transaction records, payment distributions, comprehensive access to the organization's structure. Jennifer's careful documentation provided the FBI with invaluable intelligence. Code names, amounts, dates, locations. Every detail meticulously recorded through hidden devices and memory techniques learned at the academy. Most challenging aspect, maintaining emotional balance. Maria Santos genuinely cared about Rosa, Luis, even other cartel members. They weren't monsters. They were people trapped in a criminal lifestyle. Critical breakthrough came 6 months into the operation. El Lobo trusted Maria sufficiently to include her in high-level planning meetings. Upcoming major drug shipment, 2,000 pounds of fentanyl from Mexico to distribution networks across the United States. Street value, $100 million. Jennifer documented everything. Shipping routes, contact information, timing, security measures, information sufficient to dismantle the entire distribution network. El Lobo's paranoia increased as the operation date approached. Security measures intensified. Loyalty tests became more frequent. Maria Santos faced the ultimate examination of her 6-month perfect cover. Maria, El Lobo called a private meeting in his secured office. Something concerns me deeply. Jennifer's pulse raced, but Maria maintained a calm expression. Every instinct from academy training screamed danger. What's wrong, sir? Recent law enforcement activity suggests an information leak within our organization. DEA raids, asset seizures, coordinated strikes. Someone is feeding information to federal agents. That's terrible. Who would betray the family? El Lobo watched her reaction carefully, studying every micro-expression, every nervous tick. His survival depended on reading people accurately. I don't know yet, but I will find out, and when I do... He placed a loaded .45 caliber pistol on the mahogany desk between them. The weapon's weight seemed to fill the room with menace. If I discover betrayal, the consequences will be more severe than death. Jennifer stared at the weapon, understanding the implicit threat perfectly. One wrong word, one suspicious gesture, and 6 months of perfect infiltration would end in a basement grave. Sir, I would never betray your trust. This organization is my family now. You saved me from poverty. I want to believe you, Maria. Your loyalty has been exemplary. El Lobo's final test was ingenious in its simplicity and danger. Maria would personally deliver a $500,000 cash payment to corrupt Border Patrol agent Thomas Kane. The transaction would occur in an isolated location. Perfect opportunity for law enforcement trap if Maria was an FBI plant. This assignment tests absolute loyalty, El Lobo explained, his eyes never leaving her face. Complete it successfully, and your position in this organization is secure forever. Fail, and you'll join the others who disappointed me. Jennifer realized with growing dread that the FBI couldn't provide backup without compromising the entire operation. She would face this dangerous situation completely alone, with only her wits and 6 months of carefully constructed identity to protect her. I won't let you down, sir, I promise. Isolated warehouse, midnight. Maria Santos carried $500,000 payment for corrupt agent Thomas Kane. Jennifer, alone, understood any mistake could mean death. Kane, nervous and armed, arrived suspicious. "You're new. Where's the usual contact?" "Promotion. Boss trusts me," Maria replied, recording the conversation. The transaction was completed. Evidence collected for federal prosecution. Returning to the compound, El Lobo's final test. Rosa tied to a chair, accused of FBI cooperation. "Maria, I want you to question her." El Lobo handed her a pistol. "Use whatever methods necessary." Jennifer faced an impossible choice. Refusing would expose her cover. Alone with Rosa, Jennifer made a decision. Confess to skimming money. Small amounts, he'll punish, but not kill you. Rosa followed the guidance. Jennifer documented the confession while signaling FBI backup. "She confessed to theft, not betrayal," Maria reported to El Lobo. Perfect cover maintained. The operation was entering its final phase. Alone with Rosa, Jennifer faced an impossible choice. Maintain cover by participating in torture, or expose her identity by refusing. "Maria, please," Rosa whispered. "I don't know what they think I did." Jennifer made a split-second decision. Rosa confessed to skimming money. Small amounts for personal problems. El Lobo will punish you, but won't kill you for minor theft. Rosa, trusting, followed the guidance. Jennifer documented the confession while secretly signaling FBI backup. Returning upstairs, she confessed to skimming funds. Financial desperation, not law enforcement cooperation. El Lobo was satisfied. Rosa would survive. Maria Santos maintained perfect cover. 24 hours later, coordinated FBI raids across Texas and Mexico. Operation Serpiente culminated in simultaneous arrests. El Lobo, major lieutenants, corrupt officials, distribution network members. Maria Santos was safely extracted during a carefully planned routine errand. Jennifer Walsh's 6-month undercover operation provided evidence for 47 federal indictments. El Lobo, captured without violence, never suspected Maria Santos's true identity. "Impossible," he muttered during arrest. Maria was family. FBI press conference announced the operation's success. Largest cartel bust in Texas history. 2,000 pounds of fentanyl seized. $50 million in assets frozen. Major drug pipeline destroyed. SAC Rodriguez commended the team effort, but privately acknowledged Jennifer's exceptional contribution. Agent Walsh exceeded every expectation. Jennifer Walsh returned to Quantico as an Academy legend. The trainee who had failed every undercover evaluation had successfully completed the FBI's most challenging operation. Her transformation from Academy reject to undercover hero became Bureau folklore. Academy curriculum underwent comprehensive revision based on Jennifer's experience. Traditional training emphasized deception and manipulation. Jennifer's success proved that authenticity, empathy, and genuine personality traits were equally valuable undercover assets. Senior instructor Chen offered a formal apology during faculty meeting. "I was completely wrong about Agent Walsh's capabilities. Her authentic approach to undercover work is more effective than anything we've been teaching." Jennifer was promoted to Senior Special Agent, assigned to the FBI's Elite Organized Crime Task Force. Her expertise in cartel operations made her one of the Bureau's most valuable assets. Rosa Gutierrez, serving reduced sentence for cooperation, wrote Jennifer a letter. "I still don't understand everything that happened, but I know Maria Santos cared about me. That part was real, wasn't it?" The FBI Academy officially established the revolutionary Walsh Protocol for evaluating undercover candidates. This groundbreaking new system supplemented traditional deception-focused metrics with comprehensive authenticity assessments, emotional intelligence testing, cultural sensitivity evaluations, and relationship-building capability measurements. The protocol fundamentally changed how the Bureau identified and trained undercover operatives. Jennifer became one of the Academy's youngest senior instructors, developing and teaching the new curriculum based on her Operation Serpiente experience. Her core teaching philosophy challenged decades of conventional undercover wisdom. Don't try to become someone completely different, she taught her eager students. Instead, create an identity that reflects and amplifies authentic aspects of your existing personality. The best lies contain the most truth. Her advanced courses on authentic infiltration techniques became the most requested classes at Quantico. FBI agents from field offices nationwide attended her specialized seminars on long-term deep cover operations, psychological resilience during identity immersion, and maintaining operational security while building genuine relationships. Operation Serpiente's unprecedented success attracted congressional attention and led to formal recognition at the highest levels of government. Jennifer received the FBI Director's Award for Exceptional Service, the Department of Justice's highest civilian honor, but declined all public acknowledgement and media interviews to protect her identity for potential future undercover assignments. El Lobo, sentenced to life imprisonment without possibility of parole, was housed in ADX Florence Supermax prison. He never learned Maria Santos's true identity, and FBI policy ensured he never would. The Bureau maintained the Maria Santos fiction in all official records to protect Jennifer's ability to assume new undercover identities if needed. The ripple effects of Operation Serpiente continued for years. Cartel activity in the Texas-Mexico border region decreased by an estimated 60%. The Ramirez organization never recovered from the devastating blow, fragmenting into smaller, less effective criminal enterprises. Other cartels, aware of the FBI's infiltration success, became increasingly paranoid and suspicious, making their operations more difficult and less efficient. International law enforcement agencies studied Jennifer's methods, and several countries adopted modified versions of the Walsh protocol for their own undercover programs. Her influence extended far beyond American borders, revolutionizing undercover operations worldwide. From that day forward at FBI Academy Quantico, everyone knew Senior Special Agent Jennifer Walsh as the embodiment of true undercover excellence. The agent, labeled a failure during Academy training, had accomplished the most successful infiltration in FBI history. Her story became inspiration for countless agents facing evaluation challenges and institutional bias. Jennifer proved that unconventional approaches often produce extraordinary results, challenging traditional thinking about effective undercover operations. Jennifer's authenticity, initially viewed as a liability, became her greatest asset. Criminal targets trusted her because her emotions and relationships felt genuine, because they were genuine. Her ability to form real connections while maintaining mission focus created an entirely new paradigm. Operation Serpiente demonstrated a fundamental truth. Effective undercover work isn't about perfect deception. It's about creating authentic connections while never losing sight of mission purpose. Jennifer proved that perceived weaknesses might actually be hidden strengths. Her legacy continues influencing operations every time an agent chooses authenticity over deception. Every time undercover work succeeds through genuine relationships. The lesson learned: never underestimate authentic people under pressure. When lives depend on trust, authenticity becomes law enforcement's most powerful weapon. Jennifer Walsh embodied this principle, one of the FBI's most successful organized crime takedowns ever accomplished.